Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's your boy Mike. This is a emergency video about the man who just got traded behind me, Damian Lillard. And he didn't go to the Miami Heat. Heck, as a Raptor fan who makes a lot of Raptor videos, he didn't go to the Toronto Raptors. He went to a team that their superstar player called him out and said, "Hey, I'm gonna leave if I don't think or believe you guys want to win a title." So they did what they had to do. And they traded for Damian Lillard at the 25th hour or whatever. Probably what it really wasn't. But they traded for Damian Lillard. And I don't think anyone expected that. I don't think anybody thought that this was going to happen. So now Damian Lillard is a Milwaukee Buck. He's going to team up with Giannis and Chris Middleton. And they're easily, if we have to start about right now, they're easily title favorites. Easily. There's no question about it. You add two top 10 players because some could say that, Damian Lillard is at worst 12th best in the world, but a lot of people put him top 10. And you have Giannis, who the top three player, arguably number one, with only Jokic potentially beating him as the best player in the world. And if I'm being honest, I do think Giannis is the best player in the world. I think he's the most dominant. I understand the whole Jokic love, but I would definitely give it to Mr. Giannis Antetokounmpo. But damn, what a trade! And it's just left field. Honestly, we heard the rumors. We heard so much every single day. It was an additional team being added. The Raptors once again were being a part of the Cinderella story. It was kind of annoying that the Raptors kept getting involved in it all. You honestly, you hated it. As a Raptor fan, you hated it because then it makes you feel like you're a part of the dance. Then you realize you're not a part of the dance. And then Shams accidentally tweets out, he deletes it immediately, that you're the team that's getting Dame. So you're thinking, yo, I'm hype. I'm feeling hype. I was sitting on the couch and I look and I see breaking news Dame, and I freaked out. I'm like, let me flip and let me see what's gonna happen. I did not think I was gonna see Milwaukee Bucks. I thought I was gonna see Miami. I really did think I was gonna see Miami. It's clear as day. Miami, Pat Riley he's a stubborn man. Clearly, he's thinking like we'll get a free agent. We're not gonna be chasing and fighting for mans. We believe in our team. We believe in a Jimmy Butler and a Bam. Now, if you added Dame, would it have been a better team? Yes. I'm sorry. You would have added Dame. You would have. Tyler Hero is like where he is. He's probably like 50 to 60 best player in the world. Dame's the top 10. You would have immediately gotten better. Immediately. So it's kind of. I know you probably want to trade all your draft picks, but you're still Miami. At the end of the day, players are going to want to come to Miami. Miami is actually a free agency destination, not like New York. New York is not. Forget that noise. Maybe Donovan Mitchell wants to go there, and maybe Karl-Anthony Towns, but other than that, there's like no. Dame's not thinking about New York. He's thinking about, I gotta go to New York. I want to pick Miami. Miami is a free agency destination. Now, in saying all this, let me talk about break down the whole trade. Right, I really want to get to like a Raptors point, which I may like end off with, but we'll see. The Bucks get Damian Lillard. A for me. He's older, but guys like Dame, Steph, and Clay will always age well. Even if they come off the bench, they're guys that you're never gonna want to see them open. They can end their careers like a Kyle Korver, a JJ Redick, just a shooter. Look at Danny Green is always going to get some minutes because you still believe that he's a 38 to 42% three-point shooter. And Dame has shown it. Dame's one of the best three-point shooters of all time. He can shoot it from multitude of ranges, has 2 game winners that like eliminated a team from a playoff contention. So Dame is that guy. So to me, it's an A. You win a title, it's an A plus 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 plus. Because winning a title makes everything worth it. I know Raptor fans get very sad about where the Raptors are right now. At the end of the day, when you win a title and your star player leaves, this is kind of what happens. It's unfortunate, but it's kind of what happens. Now, the Blazers get a Drew Holiday, DeAndre Ayton, which, like, I'm seeing on Twitter, and I'm seeing a lot of people talk about the whole Damian Lillard. DeAndre Ayton got traded too. He's not an all star. That's a former number one overall pick. Getting traded, he got traded. Okay, on a team, it's weird because Monty Williams is not their coach anymore. But you kind of think to yourself, Monty just wanted this guy gone, and I kind of think they could have kept Monty and started this whole thing over again. But I like it for Phoenix Suns. The Blazers also got so Drew, DeAndre Ayton, Tumani, Kamara. I don't know who that is, but I'm gonna assume he's okay. Unprotected 2029 first rounder and unprotected first round pick swaps, which probably be like 2 or 3. It's just a swap. So if the Bucks are worse, they just you know the Blazers will take their pick. I don't see them. The thing with swaps, those are like hopefuls. At the end of the day, like the Blazers may be good at like the last year that the Bucks are good. So it's not going to be some major change or a major crazy thing and it could be, but I don't see it happening. So those unprotected swaps could be something. The Suns get Nurkic, which is a good solid big. Doesn't have the defensive backing that he used to have, but I would say him and Aints are like neck and neck defensively. The thing with Nurkic, he can at least stay size for size with Anthony Davis and with a Jokic because the two guys are gonna have to face. Grayson Allen, I think is a really good pickup. We all know that type player he has the history of being, but still pretty good pickup. Nazir Little, I like that pickup a lot. A guy arguably can be your ninth man. It's not bad. I think it's a good rotation guy, a guy that he can be a lot of like a dirty, do a lot of dirty work. He's still fairly young, and Keon Johnson, who I feel like the poor guy has just been moved around a few times. And I feel like when you're moved around a lot, you don't get your opportunity. He's one of those people. If he was with the Blazers, you probably would have got some more opportunity. So, but still a young guy, so the Blazers can kind of still feel like there's him and Nazir are two guys that they can kind of grow within their system. Not that they really have a system, but it's something that they can continue, I should say. But if I had to, yeah, Bucks I gave an A. Blazers, they're gonna flip Holiday. I would have thought they would have flipped Aiton, but I'm hearing that like he fits their timeline with a scoot and a Shaden Sharp. So I think they're gonna kind of keep it Aiton around. But Drew Holiday, they're gonna flip. Just to quickly talk about the Raptors again, because I'm always gonna kind of go back to them. I'm thinking that like the Blazers should want a OG because just flip an OG immediately. And you can get even more. Like you can get 2, 3 more draft picks. You take Raptors 2, 3 picks, and you take whatever OG can get you, which is probably 2 picks. But they're gonna get something for Drew Holiday. I don't know what they really want for Drew Holiday because he's a little bit older. He's not gonna age the same way, in my opinion, that Damian Lillard is gonna age. But still think he's gonna be very good for any team. There's already reports of like the Phillies is looking for him. But once again, if you're the Blazers, you'll trade for Drew Holiday, which I think will be a really good second person to Embiid. It actually makes Maxi. If they got Drew Holiday, I would almost pick Maxi for most improved immediately because you need a second score and you're basically telling Maxi to be that guy for you. Um, but I don't know why the Blazers would do it to get James Harden. Maybe if you want to buy him out, you could buy him out, and then James Harden can just like whistle his way into the Clippers for like a minimum contract. He'll just sign like yeah. So that's something that could happen. Maybe it'll be a Drew Holiday, and I think they probably have a pick or two, so they can do that. And then yeah, the Suns, I like what they did because they were so top heavy with like a bunch of guys coming off the bench, and now I think their bench is a little better. They To me, they definitely need like a point guard. I think they need a backup point. But you have Nurkic at the 5. I think it's not a bad 5, not at all. Grayson Allen is a really good. If you're looking at this team, if you're asking Grayson Allen to do a lot of dirty work, he can potentially start for you. But you go Beal, Booker, Durant, Nurkic, and you keep hearing Takoji. Once again, defensive player, he will never need the ball. You're never gonna give him the ball, really. You just need him to hit some clutch shots. One of those people that take clutch shots when you really need it the most. This is just you're gonna have to see. Hopefully, he can do all that. Then your bench is still Utah, Grayson Allen. You have Nazir Little. Did they sign Bismack? I feel like they signed Bismack. I could be completely wrong about the Bismack part, but yeah, it's just I think it still makes sense. If Eric Gordon, they're not going to be as big as everyone else, but I think they'll have the ability to score. Having a Grayson Allen and an Eric Gordon is going to be really good. Nazir Little can play some four for you, maybe some potential really, really small five. But it's good. I honestly think the Suns came out well for this. They lose their contract with Ayton, a guy that you were paying a lot of money, and you just spread them to what, three rotation guys on a team that really doesn't have a lot of rotation guys. I think it's pretty good. I think the Suns came out of this very well, very very well. So and Drew Holiday's gonna get flipped. I keep checking Twitter. He'll either get flipped tonight or tomorrow. I'm thinking he won't get flipped tonight, but it's one of those things that you just want to keep checking because I was checking so much about the whole. I I was checking a lot about where Dame was going, and then you just get it. Like you never know when you get the Woj bomb. The NBA is consistent on being incredibly fun. There's also reports. There's a picture, Drew Holiday with Boston. The crazy thing is, what would happen is it would be Drew for Brogdon, somebody else, and maybe like a draft pick or two. I think Boston can give two draft picks for Drew Holiday. That would make him so much better. Then you're automatically like you're almost praying for a Boston, Milwaukee Eastern Conference Finals, and a like maybe a Lakers and Suns Eastern Conference. Or like honestly, even Warriors, Suns. The West has a lot of good potential opportunities there. So that's sweet. It's gonna be fun times, man. It's gonna be really this is gonna be crazy. This is going to be crazy. I'm reading a report. Just to be clear, the Raptors have now turned down trading Scotty for both Kevin Durant and Damian Lillard. Scotty, Scotty Barnes better trade it to Michael Jordan. I agree. I sometimes agree, but it is what it is. What can you do? Yeah, legit. What can you do? It's one of those things like I think we gotta just stop the noise a little bit about that. But yeah, let's this trade. What it does for Milwaukee, Giannis is resigning, for sure, for sure. I would believe so. I think like why wouldn't he sign? There was pictures of Damian Lillard and Giannis being that's Masai's Ujiri's actual dream, but it's Milwaukee beat you to it. Shouts out to Adrian Griffin. You got the Milwaukee job. You believe you have a good team. You know, at the end of the day, you still have a very good team. So you believe all that's going to be good. And then you get Damian Lillard. You have those Drew Holiday. So defensively, you're not that great up front. But you got Damian Lillard. You got Dame. Milwaukee got Dame. If I'm Milwaukee right now, I'm excited. I don't know how you can't tell me I'm not winning a title. Because what it leads to, we all have seen that Chris Middleton hasn't been healthy for the past season. Chris Middleton being your third guy is like perfect. And at the end of the day, when it comes to scoring the ball, Giannis is never gonna need to score the ball. You have Dame. You have one of the most clutches, if not the clutchest guy in the league in Damian Lillard. Giannis just get us to that finish line, gets right close there, and Dame slice him up, finish him up. That's literally a perfect match. Like the most perfect match for Giannis was would have been Steph Curry, but Damian Lillard is a great second, great second. So Dame is gonna really like Dame's gonna show out. And like I said, having a Chris Middleton as your third guy is really gonna help. Now their depth is definitely hurt because you lose Drew and you lose Grayson Allen, and I don't think they're the most deepest team, but you got to just at the end of the day is as long as you have Giannis, Dame, and Chris Middleton, long as those three guys are on the court, you have all-star players. I believe Chris Middleton's an all-NBA player. So you have all-NBA players. You can just kind of fit around the margins. You still have Bobby Portis, who I would make Bobby Portis still come off the bench because you're basically asking Bobby Portis to be more offensive this season. That's what you're going to need from him, and so that's what you're going to ask from Bobby Portis. My hair is like sticking out a little bit, but yeah, like that's what this team's going to be real good. You still have Pat Connaughton. Marshawn Beauchamp you have who with the length and size of him, like you want to see some things happen with him. You're hoping he gets some minutes. But now I think they don't have a backup point guard. I think it was Isaiah Thomas who's like, "Do you guys need a backup?" I want to see that guy in the league regardless, so I'm cool with that. And as long as you have length and size around him, he'll be fine. This team is good, right? I listened to Austin Rivers. He was in, I think, Bill Simmons' podcast, and he was saying how like he wants to join the team. And I think to myself, like, the type of guy that I would want even on the Raptors. So I think Milwaukee can think of that backup point guard slash shooting guard role for him. Because Chris Middleton and Giannis were kind of playing point at one point, and then like Chris Middleton definitely played a lot of point forward in the playoffs. And when it comes to playoff time, you're only gonna really go 8, 9 deep, really. And I do think so. You got Dame. You probably need. You could go Dame, Connington, Middleton, Giannis, and Brook Lopez, and still be pretty good. And defensively, you still got a great back. Like, come on, man. You still got Brook Lopez, who was like what, second or third in defensive DPOY voting last year. He was very good defensively. So if anyone gets broken down, you still got a bunch of guys that can do a lot of different things. The pick and roll. What people don't know, Brook Lopez, he's great defensively now, but back in the day, this guy was 20 and 10 consistently. I loved Brook Lopez. I thought this man was. I looked at him. I'm like, oh my god, this is like in watered down version of Tim Duncan. And Tim Duncan to me is like top four of all time. Honestly speak, top five all time is Tim Duncan. And like I thought Brook Lopez had a lot of that in him when he used to play with the Brooklyn Nets. And then kind of like dwindled down, played more defensively. So still you got him there. And so that would I would make your five. Then like so you got Bobby Portis. You definitely need probably some guard depth there because you pretty much lost your two better guards. And like I said, you still got Marshawn Beauchamp. Who else is let's look at the Bucks lineup now. Like what is the Bucks looking like right now? Um Bucks lineup. So I know a lot of teams are thinking to themselves like damn, like I think this Bucks team could be like the best team in the East, right? I don't know. I was they got Jay Crowder. They definitely, yeah, they got Jay Crowder. I remember that. So it's a nice pick. I think I mean Malik Beasley. So you know what? Their guard depth's it's not too disappointing. They signed Robin Lopez as well. That's hilarious. So it's not that disappointing. They can go like legit. They still can go like 9 deep. So it's not bad. And I swear I read that Thanasis is gonna get more minutes. And he really resigned because he wants more minutes. So I kind of hope he does plays like a but he plays kind of big, so kind of like a power forward type. But yeah, like you start Pat Connington, then your bench is Malik Beasley, Crowder, and Bobby Porter. So that's like still 9 deep with the three guys there. So it doesn't really matter. You have three freaking all-star type players. So it's gonna be good. Dame has 4 years in his contract. Giannis, I think, has like two, but Giannis could sign the extension. I think probably next year. Yeah, I think let them win a title. Giannis is signing it. I think Giannis is now, besides probably Steph, could have the closest to staying with his team. Unless Giannis is really feeling like it doesn't really matter. Um, I don't. I'm happy I got Dame, but I still got to think about my future. Then that's weird. If he still thinks think about his future after they did this for him, and they pretty much got no draft picks for the next like few years, then yeah, and they're gonna have to go to the margins of getting some bench help, um, getting some guys on the cheap, just those things. Like, well, I don't know. We're gonna have to see about that. But yeah, that's really good trade overall. Shocking. Did not think Milwaukee was gonna be there. Like I said, I jumped off my couch. Like I cannot believe this is the deal. I couldn't believe it. It's damn Damian Lillard with Giannis. Let me once again. I said I think the Suns did a good job. I think the Blazers they know what they're doing. I think you just gotta flip Drew Holiday. You have the pick swaps in the future. You kind of see what that's gonna happen. I think also the Bucks really don't have any more trade assets. So I get it. When you have a superstar player, I think you make sacrifices. If you have a Jokic, if you have a Luka, as much as you want to put young talent around them, once they kind of hit their Luca, I would kind of want to still put some young talent around him. But at one point, I would tell like I don't care for young talent anymore. I need to put like some vets around him. Like eventually, if I'm Dallas, I'm like, okay, who can I pair with Luca and Kyrie of the same age around maybe a Kyrie, even hopefully younger. I would want to bring as much guys as I can to be around Luca because that's his best time. This is Giannis's prime years. Giannis is only 28. The man still got like five more, no, maybe 4 more years of dominance. But the way guys are playing nowadays, look at LeBron. The man is still, to me, a top 10 player in the league. If you don't have LeBron top 10, I think you're just trying to hate, in all honesty, because he's still so good at his current age now. I can't go on a LeBron tangent. I'm just saying. But yeah, let me talk about the Raptors because as a Raptor fan, as much as I really want to focus and talk about Dame and Giannis and what a trade and everything like that, Toronto. Did Toronto mess up? Potentially. Did they keep saying that, now the report is they didn't want to add OG at the end. They really felt kind of hesitant on adding OG. I don't know. I don't know what I feel about that. I think I'm about to like go on a crazy rant one day about OG, and I'm gonna say it nicely. Like I feel like OG is just a hope. Like he's a hope. He's what you hope he can be. You're looking at him thinking like this guy's the next Kawhi. Scotty Barnes is the next Giannis. Like you're like putting it out there. Like that's what you think. OG is not the next Kawhi. And I'm sorry, Masai, Bobby. Like, hey, this like the way you believe in this team. It sucks that no one else believes on this team the way you guys believe in it. If I was a player and I saw my GM believe in me this much, I would play extra hard because like I want to like prove not just to them but to those who disagree with them why I'm so good, why I'm this, why I'm that. And I don't know where that is right now. I know some Raptor fans want the Raptors to go for a Drew Holiday. It all depends on the package. But do I really want to trade like 2 first-round picks for Drew Holiday? No, no, I do not. So it leads me there. Now, even with the Dame trade, if they added an OG, I think they probably would have done it. But I wouldn't have traded multiple draft picks for Dame unless I'm Milwaukee and I feel like I'm literally Dame Lillard away from really being a title, like the title champ. Like I'm. This is you look at Dame and Giannis. This is it not the best duo in the league? How's it not? How's it not the best duo in the league? Jamal Murray and Jokic are good. LeBron and AD are definitely LeBron and AD. I'm just thinking right now, if you have to say it, probably LeBron, AD, Kawhi, Paul George when healthy. Like, but Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and these two guys, like, best duo in the East, bar none. Okay, what you say about anyone else? This is the best duo in the East, regardless of what anyone says. So yeah, it's just like as a Raptor fan, I see a lot of Raptor fans pissed off at Masai and Bobby, and they hate that they haven't made any moves. That like, if you look at a list of teams that haven't done anything, Toronto is last on doing anything. They've simply done nothing, and that is kind of shitty to kind of see. I'm just once again I keep reading what this. You look at the teams that were interested in Lillard, Miami, Toronto, Boston. Those are among the teams I would expect to be suitors for Drew Holiday. I wouldn't mind a Drew Holiday, but once again, I don't believe you do a lot of training for that. You just don't do a lot of. I'm not trading a bunch of players. I just can't do it. Mark Spears says Miami talks going nowhere. Agent Goodwin, which I think is Dame's, told the Bucks and the Nets 10 days ago that they would be interested in the deal. That were a real contender to last, but ultimately the Bucks got it done. Yeah, it really seemed like Dame could have been a Raptor. That's crazy. Holy moly. Holy moly. That's crazy. That's crazy. This man really could have been a Raptor. Yeah, I know Raptor fans are pissed, and we got to see something come out of it. I don't know what the Blazers are gonna want for Drew Holiday. I'm assuming they're gonna want something. They ain't leaving with nine. That's for sure. I think a lot of their picks, they didn't get like any current picks, it looks. A lot of it is like down the line. And I'm pretty sure whoever they trade with, they want like a current pick. So Toronto, to me, I couldn't trade Drew Holiday and then unprotect my pick with San Antonio, be unprotected, get Drew Holiday, but I'd have to get one more person. Like I couldn't just get Drew Holiday. I'd have to get somebody else. So I don't know what like a package would be. I kept saying I would like to get an Anthony Simons. I wouldn't trade the draft pick. I think we have the, the people to trade it. Maybe Blazers would want a draft pick, but come on, like you guys have draft picks, like relax. So that's something that I would have wanted to do. Who else is on the Blazers that I could even think to want? It's really Drew and yeah, it's only Simons. Of course, the shade and Sharpson you can't get, but yeah, I don't know, but Raptor fans will probably do another video about how Raptor fans should be feeling, the anger and the pissed offness. I know it's there from the Raptor fans because, like, damn, we lost the opportunity to get Damian Lillard, and that sucks. But Dame is a Milwaukee Buck, so shouts out to him. Shouts out to the Bucks organization. You made it work and you did it. Peace, love. We'll talk again, and make sure you subscribe.